Hey, what's good, guys? This is Order of Opinion. I'm your host, Anthony. This is your gay co-host, Tim.
Fuck you, what's up?
And today, if you're just tuning in, we're continuing our X-Men cinematic universe rankings. The
Saga.
Fucking XCU. Sounds like some Pornhub fucking anal trilogy.
AKA Bryan Singer's big disappointment.
Well, anything anal, Bryan Singer's probably down for.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Don't get invited to his house.
You don't want to go pool party with that fool. He'll find a way to get in your butthole.
If he's chopping up some pineapple, it's not to eat out of a bowl, it's to eat out of your ass. Yeah, we're continuing that. Check out our previous X-Men episodes. We did the new release Logan and the shittiest X-Men movie so far, Apocalypse.
Which, that fucking sucked.
Normally X-Men makes you feel like Blue is good. But Apocalypse made me feel pretty bad about just what we're doing. Because podcasting fucking sucks. And we had to watch Apocalypse to make an episode. And that movie fucking sucked at the bottom end of my dick.
Apocalypse might have been the worst thing that was ever created in cinematic history. That was ever released on a big screen.
Yeah.
I don't think anything has made me want to kill myself.
I'd rather watch Scorpion King.
I'd rather watch Scorpion King.
I'd rather watch Scorpion King if The Rock was retarded.
I'd rather watch it if Scorpion King, if fucking The Rock was Jack Black.
That would be raw.
That would be raw. It wouldn't be a lot of action, but it'd be fucking ridiculous.
So that was our shittiest movie, and today, that was the number 9 movie, and today we're doing our number 8 movie. Which is, for me, X-Men. The one that started it all. The one that started the fucking new superhero genre.
Yeah. What, it was 17, 16 years now since we've been blessed with this piece of shit?
This monotone, boring fucking... we'll talk about the movies, but... why are we doing X-Men? Because we fucking feel like it.
X-Men used to be my favorite thing ever, and then I watched these movies, and it's like, fuck, I don't even like X-Men anymore. Besides fucking Logan.
Apocalypse really cemented that as well.
Yeah.
And, Logan just came out, so we decided to do the whole X-Men series. That's sort of the format of our podcast, if you can't tell by now, especially if you're subscribed.
Yeah.
We're doing movie series. So, if any platform you're listening to right now, whether it be fucking GayTunes, SoundCloud, or Stitcher, subscribe.
Just fucking
subscribe.
It's a button. You click a button, you're already here. Fuck.
Throw us a review, too. I think we need some more. Who gives a fuck about reviews, either? They're just stars. It's funny how we're like grown men and we want gold stars.
That's true. And it's funny because other grown men will hit you up and be like, hey, man, will you give me a gold star and I'll give you a gold star? And it's like, bro, what the fuck have we come to in society where anyone gives a shit about this shit?
And speaking of which, I'm the host, and we go over the host list, so yes, you do care about the show. I guess I was supposed to be the host for X-Men.
It was destiny. It was your mutation. Charles.
And we're going over my list, so that's why I am fucking hosting. It's because we need to go over somebody's fucking list, or else the goddamn show doesn't make sense. Or we're probably making it more retarded.
I think you just made it a little more retarded.
Because my fucking eye itches right now. I was around some sketchy people at fucking near my neighborhood today. Might have picked up some pink eye in the air.
They blow some crack in your face or something? Jesus Christ.
Oh, God. All right.
It's the trannies.
Yeah. So, for the rest of our X-Men schedule, check it out on Twitter and Facebook. Just fucking like us there and follow us.
Again,
and you'll
just
see it all. Because we're not a weekly podcast. We're not bi-weekly. I don't want to be associated with anything called bi-weekly ever in my life.
And we're not tri-weekly. But if you want to have some menage a tri weekly.
We're not a-weekly either.
Yeah, we're just fucking there.
Yeah.
Like, it comes out. Fucking accept
Yeah, it comes out by the series. If you haven't gotten it now, or whatever the new release is, there's going to be a fucking series to follow it with us.
Usually, unless we decide otherwise, and we fucking might, so who gives a shit, right? Like, but if you like fucking series and shit, hit us up and let us know.
Yeah. So, is that enough promotion time?
I guess.
Our version of promotion?
Can someone just
Our retarded version of promotion? And our neighbors who are like the loudest hillbillies.
They have microwaved every food they've ever eaten.
And we never really check because we don't really care about editing and shit. We probably say some sketch things that we've never heard.
Yeah,
but,
there might be
so if you do hear our neighbors, like, that's just what it is.
It is what it is. And, I really wish...
They live off microwave food and fucking...
If you have a problem with our neighbors, can you mail something to them? That'd be cool, like a bomb.
Yeah, if you guys really will mail them something, I'll
anthrax.
give you the address and you can figure it out.
Maybe if we can figure out fucking any social media shit, because apparently someone needs to teach us how to finger bang that beast.
So, my co-host Tim will give a score as well, as if I or anyone else gives a fuck about it. And we'll be doing our list at the end. So if you're fucking confused right now, just listen through. All right? How about that?
Confused.
And if you want to take a drug break, go ahead.
Give me some drugs.
Or do some drugs while we're talking.
Yeah.
We don't give a fuck. Just fucking download it.
Yeah, just...
You don't even need to listen.
Yeah, and if you don't, I'm going to shoot myself.
I've seen him do it. I've seen him attempt to shoot himself.
I was the guy who shot myself through the cheek on World Star.
What do you mean almost? You did. Yeah, so if you ever find him or can find him on fucking any platform or social media, he's a guy with a hole through his cheek.
And drugs.
He looks sort of like Fat Nick.
Who might be the rawest, possibly Bay Area rapper of all time.
All right. Number 8 on my XCU list is X-Men 1. The one to start it all.
X-Men University.
The 2000 release. The introduction of Wolverine. The sexiness of Halle Berry with her fake shitty accent.
The baldness of Patrick
The
Stewart.
made-up love relationship of Jean Grey. The homelessness of Wolverine.
The grumpiness of fucking Magneto.
The drug-dealing fits of Cyclops.
Cyclops dealt some drugs in this movie. He was like, bro, where's my fucking stash bike? He was getting heated for a second there.
Like, don't touch his clothes either.
Yeah,
He's
he
like,
don't
yo,
like
this
that
shit's
shit.
like, this is fine fabric right here, bro.
He even's just like, bro, these glasses, these are Gucci fucking ruby quartz.
I gave it a 4.1 out of 10.
Jesus Christ. I gave it a 3.
I mean, it wasn't that bad, bro.
No, it was that bad. There's nothing to talk about.
It might as well have been a silent film.
Yeah, you did not need words for this. And most of the scenes didn't have words. They were just various grunting and growls.
Yeah. And like, a lot of, I think the movie might have benefited from being longer. I think because it was so fucking short that none of the characters got fleshed out. So, like, Xavier just winds up being a fucking exposition diarrhea spewer. He's just diarrheaing exposition left and right. That's all he is.
What can he do, though? What? They've tried it. He can't fight.
Well, yeah, they don't even give him a chance to fight. He's in a
do
coma in
anything.
every fucking... He's either missing or in a coma.
He gets kidnapped, is in a coma, or fucking, like, sick, or a heroin addict. He's always...
Or a perv.
Or a
well, actually, he's
perv.
always a perv. That's the common thread.
Or he's a decrepit old man.
You know, the characters don't get fleshed out because it's so short. It's like only an hour and 35 minutes of screen time.
Something like that, yeah.
So, and there's no fucking backstory to anybody.
Well,
No one has a backstory besides Rogue, like, wanting to suck her boyfriend's cock, and she turns his whole body into a penis, and he fucking seizures out.
I don't know. I guess
He was a veiny... She had veiny penis syndrome. That's what that was her power.
I mean, Logan got a backstory because he had literally been cage fighting for 30 years.
Yeah, in the near distant, not too far from the future fucking timeline.
Yeah.
It has to be vague so everything could be switched eventually once these movies get fucked up.
Bro, he says he met fucking, like, Professor X says he met Magneto when he was 17. And in the new movies, they just said, fuck that. We're going to make him 27.
That's true. Well, I mean, Wolverine at this point doesn't know anything about himself.
Like,
except for the fact that when he's on the X-ray, he has no penis.
Yeah. That and how the fuck...
Jean Grey was like, I was actually surprised he didn't have a penis, but we don't know how old he is.
Speaking of that shit, how the fuck does he move his wrists if his claws are in his hand the entire time?
Although you have to give credit to how they showed him popping his claws out. That's definitely the coolest, other than Logan, the coolest claws, I guess. Because it's not all CGI, just like Wolverine Origins. You're just like, oh my god.
Oh yeah, it looks like he's running around with some floppy dildos on and it's glued between his fucking hands, but at least it's real, right?
Right. And it's a slow, monotone, boring, like, dim-lighted movie.
And the plot is just like, it's super outdated. Even for this movie being old, the plot is fucking outdated. It's a doomsday plot.
Well, first off, me and you, this is the biggest theme to me, is the fact that this felt like an MTV production. Like I thought fucking Cyclops was going to battle rap Beast.
Seriously, I honestly thought that there was about to be, like, some sort of fucking song or, like, some sort of fucking, like, talking about parents.
Yeah.
Or just some, well, they sort of talk about parents, not in this one.
Well, because it was a teen movie. It was for teen, like, like, people that watch Real World, that's what they were trying to reach out to with X-Men, when realistically your fucking audience is, like, 30 at this point, not fucking teens.
I'm surprised there wasn't, like, some Third Eye Blind blaring in the fucking background of the movie or some shit.
Yeah, some fucking Maroon 5 and he's singing out of his asshole. And, like you know, like you said, it's all teen problems, like her fucking, you know, being ashamed of herself, like what she
accepted.
is. Like, oh, gosh. So, you know, I felt there was sort of like a gay rights theme there.
Having friends. Well, Rogue was fucking dyke. Hey, y'all.
Well, we know what I think her and Wolverine had in common with each other. They were both more than willing to be homeless. Well, that's why they were connected. They were connected. I actually, second time watching this, I actually did get that they were connected.
Yeah,
their powers
that wasn't
connect
bad.
to each other.
That wasn't, he just...
And he sort of wanted to fuck her. And even Jean Grey told him, like, yeah, that kid Rogue, she kind of, like, I could see in her mind, she has some weird anal fetishes with you.
And he's like, can you see in my mind? You see how much liquor I've drank?
I love you all of a sudden.
I'm in love with
her. I'm gonna kiss your hand.
What'd you do to me?
You can't even look that laser shooter in his fucking eyes when you fuck him.
Do you even know what color his eyes are? No.
At least if you break my dick, it'll heal.
I don't have to sleep with a fucking Ruby Quartz sleep mask on. I just got just got my breathing machine because I'm fucking an alcoholic.
Yeah, but it was definitely an MTV production. It was some 8 Mile fucking Eminem, Hillary Swank fucking Freedom Riders bullshit. Yeah. Even like the frames, like these quick ass, choppy ass scenes.
Well, not to mention they have the fucking, what is that? Like, it literally was a commercial for a school in the middle of the, like, it was like they're showing you the Xavier School for Gifted Kids commercial. It's like, we have sports and lasers.
I used to recruit for my sports program, and now I have one kid that could beat a whole 5-on-5 with black people. He can beat him 1-on-5.
It's only a matter of time till I get a blue guy who can do that, too. He's like, hi, my name is Kurt Wagner.
I have a kid that can run on water. Have you seen that, Wolverine? I know I said don't control your powers, but I'm going to use it whenever I want to freak people the fuck out.
Like, Wolverine, I know my head looks like a penis, but did you know my penis looks like my head, too?
Like, and then that's when Wolverine's like, oh, I get you. What is this place about?
Is that why they call you balls?
That shit was funny. Like, you would think Wolverine should critique these movies with us. Because when Xavier is like, you'll be safe in the Magneto, and fucking Wolverine's like, wait, Storm? Cyclops? Will they call you Wheels, you fucking handicap?
Seriously, but wait, isn't your nickname
like, Logan,
Wolverine?
I can still pee. Huh?
And it's like, isn't your nickname Wolverine? Like, he has a nickname too? Like, how's he about to hate? Bro, and this is true, so I looked up what a Wolverine looked like.
Yeah,
the other
he
night.
looks like a Wolverine.
Well, not just that. They might have actually based the character of Wolverine on what an actual Wolverine is.
Okay.
Because when you're reading the description, right? Not just that, but they're solitary hunters who are surprisingly strong for being as small as they are.
So they got the small part wrong. Because Hugh Jackman's
I mean the actual comic book character of Wolverine.
Yeah.
That shit was hella funny. I was like, bro, it's Wolverine.
And everything in this movie had to foreshadow itself, right? Like, every scene before it had to foreshadow what was going to happen next in the movie.
Yeah. Or they just...
And that's all Xavier was.
They-
He was an exposition, and all Rogue was a fucking plot device. Her power became a plot device to further the movie along.
Because think about it. They're like, oh, where did she go? She's probably going after her.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, where's she at? The train station? Okay, next scene.
Yeah.
It's the train station.
Oh,
And
she turned a guy into a penis? Oh, wait, she touched fucking Wolverine and healed herself. Oh, now let's use that for the movie.
It's like,
That's the most important part.
It's like, I need to explain everything about Rogue to you, Logan. It's like, she can't touch people, and then later on in the movie, I'll tell you what her power is, even though I don't know.
He really doesn't.
He just guessed
Xavier
that
is
one.
fucking wrong about everything.
It's like, if
Everything. He either doesn't know or is wrong. Because my bigger question is, when they're searching for all these motherfuckers, which he has Cerebro at his hand at all times, right?
Yeah.
And because they don't explain anything, it doesn't show like that it like kills him or is killing him when he uses it. Why not, if you know that Magneto has to have his fucking reject WWE wrestler fucking Sabretooth. Bro, Sabretooth, like, he looks like he got kicked out of the Edge and Christian group. Like, they're like, bro, you fucking suck at tag team. Get the fuck out of here.
He was
you
like...
fucking ugly fuck. He's like, bro, we're tired of your nails. Like, ours is a prop. You actually have these dirty, grimy-ass nails.
He's like, bro, you are the Undertaker's hairy brother. Like, why do you have black eyes? What fucking mutant power is that?
But Xavier... You can't just use Cerebro to find him?
I guess.
Or find Mystique? Or find Toad's fucking ass as he's licking Magneto's balls?
And, I mean, why don't...
That's why Magneto keeps him around.
I think it's just lack of fucking writing, because think about it. Magneto has to sleep eventually. Do you really think he sleeps with his helmet on?
Maybe.
It shows him...
They show him with the shit. Like, he's with the shit.
Bro, he fucking is like... He walks around without his helmet on. Like, Xavier, it seems like, could have found him at any given time.
And what does Magneto look like?
Fucking a Dracula-looking motherfucker. Yeah, he pulls off this Spanish priest look. That's like, when you see him, you're like, oh,
he looks
shit.
like the fucking Padres logo. If he was wearing sandals with socks. Like,
he's being Cholo.
Like, if he was in Nacho Libre, he wouldn't be an outcast, put it that way.
That shit is fucking funny, though. But yeah, I mean, so other than that bullshit that they throw at you, what's, like, good about the movie? Because we haven't said anything good about the movie yet.
Wolverine's eyeliner?
Gives him his power. Fuck. Like, it's a hard question because there isn't much. Like, the action, sort of whatever. It's, like, literally, that's why I gave it a 3, because it's, like, what's good about it?
A 3 is really fucking low, though. Because it's not terrible.
Okay, so here's how I describe this movie. For, like, the first 30 minutes, you feel like you're watching it for 10 minutes. And then for the last hour, you feel like you've been watching it for 3 hours.
That's true. Until Toad comes through, because Toad might be my favorite character.
Yeah, so Toad's
He fucking
good.
gestures around. Because, like, in MTV, everyone has a fucking boy band haircut in this fucking movie.
They do. Fucking
Iceman,
Scott.
Cyclops.
Even Wolverine has,
Toad.
like... Wolverine has the bad boy band haircut. It's, like, something original.
But Toad actually looks like he's in a band. Like, he's like, oh, we're the Green Man group, and fucking... He's just painted green. There's nothing, like... There's no way you can tell me that's like his skin or whatever. He's just painted green.
He's like, I'm part of the grimy Guidos.
But he was the rawest one. He fucked all the X-Men up.
Yeah, he did.
Jumped on a police officer and squashed him to the ground.
I think he could have fucked Sabretooth up.
Yeah, for sure.
But
that's why he always like pushed him. Because Sabretooth did nothing in this movie. He did nothing but growl and be rapey.
He was very rapey. He's like, you owe me a scream, bitch.
I'm gonna make you scream.
Let me see what's under that wig.
And he like touched her with his decrepit fucking rotted nail.
His fucking...
like, don't touch me. That makes my accent more American. Hi, I'm Halle Berry.
What do they call that? Fucking like he's got like fungus on his nails essentially. Ugh.
Yeah. So the movie starts off with the fucking.
It's literally a Star Trek beginning.
I thought it actually starts... No, it starts with the fucking...
With the voiceover by Patrick Stewart.
Mutation. It is the key to our evolution. It has enabled us to evolve from a single-celled organism into the dominant species on the planet. This process is slow, normally taking thousands and thousands of years. But every few hundred millennia, evolution leaps forward.
Oh, God.
Like-
Explaining evolution, and there's atoms flying everywhere. It looks like Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, because you didn't watch Star Trek, but in the Star Trek series that Patrick Stewart's on, every episode is introed with Patrick Stewart talking over some fucking panning shot of something.
Hey, why not? Go after the Star Trek fucking... Think about it. This shit's super sci-fi.
Yeah, I mean, and I get it, like, you know, he's just going
Because
to...
they try and explain it.
They try to explain mutants.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah.
They sort of try to explain mutants.
Yeah.
Because it's more of just like a prophetic fucking speech where they throw some shit at you like, mutants are coming, but they need to be trained.
Well, that's when we come after the fucking Holocaust scene of Magneto showing off his powers.
And a Nazi, like the most famous scene in the movie because they've used
Ever.
it 100
Yeah,
fucking
100.
times.
Like,
in,
it feels like
every
it's the
movie.
same scene.
They reshot it for the fucking first one of the new three.
And that's when we hit into the Congress discussion or whatever. And Jean Grey's sort of like trying to explain about
No,
the
first
mutant...
it's Rogue.
Oh, well, yeah.
First they intro Rogue and her
In the not
dumb
too far
plans.
future.
Yeah, in Louisiana, she's like, I'm just trying to get out the bayou and fucking go to Alaska.
Alaska.
It's like, won't it be cold, baby? He's like, that's the adventure. Now, give me some
He's
sugar,
like, come
sugar.
on, suck my dick.
And how come she didn't say, give me some sugar, sugar?
I don't know.
Like, why not make it Rogue?
I don't understand a lot about Rogue in this movie.
Well,
she is sort of like, she is a sodded after character that they don't like. There's nothing from her.
They don't explain her power
She does
until
nothing.
deep in the movie. Like, other than that, she touches people and they might die.
Yeah.
But her actual power, they don't explain. And even when they do explain
it turns
you're
you
just
into a
like,
bulky penis.
Yeah. You become the veiniest dick.
And so she does some mutant shit and just, like, she fucks him up. And
yeah, she just wanted to fucking get between her thighs.
her parents are like, they better cut that shit out of you. And apparently she just left.
Yeah. You can run away after you murder someone. That's the appropriate response.
Well, she put him into a fucking pussy coma. Maybe. No, never mind. That'd be stupid. That wouldn't make any sense. Anyways, then we go into the Magneto Holocaust scene. And
No, then we go into the speech.
no, it was Magneto before that, for sure. Magneto Holocaust, and then we went into the...
No, it's Magneto, then the not too distant future of fucking Rogue, and then the speech.
Really?
Yeah.
See, that's how bored and choppy this shit was. I've totally forgot the order of that.
What's weird is it's only the beginning that's super choppy. The other scenes end up spreading out.
Yeah. And they're talking about the Registration Act where they make mutants fucking register themselves as mutants or whatever. And Jean Grey is sort of like explaining, like, I really don't know what she's trying to say, other than the fact that she's like, well, these are basically humans, but don't treat us like humans because we're mutants.
Well, yeah, she is basically saying, like, hey, fucking, I get it, we can kill all of you, but we're not. It's like a kid can bring a gun to school.
Yeah.
The dude's like, Jean Grey. It's like, don't you know,
Like these Jean Grey.
fucking, you could bring a nuke to school with one of these kids.
He's like, this guy can turn his fecal matter into motherfucking missiles.
It's
Right?
like, he can ejaculate bullets. This girl queefed out poison gas.
And then he starts talking about Kitty running through banks, running through walls or whatever, because she can run through walls, her power. And it's like, dude, anyone could rob a bank.
Yeah. Well, not anyone. But
Well, I've been saying if you're equipped correctly, anyone could rob a bank.
yeah.
Or attempt to. So that's the same thing to me. And I get what he's saying, though. It almost like, it gives you that feel of like, well, he's not really wrong, but it is sort of inhumane.
Exactly. It's
But
not...
where would you be if, like, you might as well just let a kid take a gun to school and say, hey, we trust you not to use it. Well, even though Magneto can destroy this whole school because he's pissed off at a kid.
He's also playing, like, the good politician here, too,
Yeah.
because he's, like, just raising fear.
Yeah.
Like, that's how he's getting his votes. He's like, not in my America. And everybody's like, yeah, America, let me suck your dick. That was a great speech.
Yeah.
And then fucking we get to fucking Wheels and the Leg Man. Fucking...
Well, that sort of illustrated the point. Like, Magneto and Xavier are there.
Yeah.
And they don't show who's bad. They only show it after the conversation.
They don't even really hint of him being, like,
They don't have a
bad.
backstory.
Yeah. It's just two dudes talking.
So you're just like, okay. Like, if you didn't know anything about X-Men, which actually wouldn't be that weird. It's not like, I mean, I know X-Men was popular, but I wouldn't assume everyone fucking knows X-Men. It's not like Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you just assume that this crippled bald dude is some guy trying to talk some other weird old dude who was Gandalf into doing something.
Well, and if you watch it too and you don't know the X-Men, you probably assume there's like, well, he can't use his legs, so he's probably nice, and that guy looks like a vampire priest, so he's probably mean.
Yeah, it was weird. And that whole discussion of Magneto sort of realizing, hey, dude, this could become like the Holocaust. These motherfuckers are going to label us and put us in the camps and fucking burn us and gas us alive and send the fucking German shepherds to eat us.
And fucking Xavier sitting there like, damn, dude. I was just trying to say, like...
Magneto, have hope. That's my only theme in this movie.
Like,
exposition and hope.
Why are you digging around my head, Charles? He's like, I'm trying to see if you remember our night together.
We're the future, Charles.
We had...
Not them.
He's like, literally, he's like, we had a future, my friend. We did.
Eric.
At one
Charles.
point. Eric.
You're looking awful priesty. You're looking awful handicapped.
Come sit
Can
on
I
my
use
lap,
your staff
Eric.
from Lord of the Rings? Do you still hang out with that Frodo fellow?
He looks like he'd make a good house.
How smart
servant.
is Ian McKellen? How smart are Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen?
Just
hopping
jump
on
on
Star
series.
Trek and X-Men and
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings and X-Men, all these fantasy series, right?
Exactly.
No, not for the fact that he's gay in real life. That wasn't what I was talking about.
Who cares? But it is.
But so that was sort of like Magneto was sort of basically saying, bro, shit's about to go down. And I'm about to go to my fucking Dr. Evil lair here.
He does.
And you can go think out your problems about being handicapped.
Literally, you're like, where is your castle at, bro? When you see it later on, you're like, where the fuck are you in America?
Their dynamic, I guess, is all right. It's a little subtle because you don't really know who's the main character here in this movie. Like, you assume it's Wolverine. You assume.
Yeah.
But, it's just as much about Charles and Eric's fucking feud as it is Rogue's teenage problems. Because she has suburban problems.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, I can't touch or fucking suck anyone's dick. And
Well,
my parents think I'm a freak. I'm out of here.
Well, that trucker found a way around it, which you see in a later on scene, because he was
that is
like,
the next scene.
Yeah, he's like, just use the condom, baby.
Right after fucking Eric's like, are we all the future, Charles?
He just walks away and he's like, you can't do this, Charles. Only people who can use their legs can.
Charles.
Roll away.
Yeah, and Rogue, the fucking Hall of Fame road domer over there.
Somehow
she
gets
got
a
all
ride.
the way to fucking Lanchala.
Like somewhere in,
Land
I'm
Chala.
assuming it's Canada.
Yeah.
Because Logan's
Because,
there.
yeah.
Where are we? I thought you said you were going to take me as far as Laughlin City.
This is Laughlin City.
And he's
Because he
Canadian.
can't get out of Canada.
Well, he didn't get 15 fucking miles from the goddamn base that he left. He just literally hung out at that bar for 15 years. And fought people.
Continuing from Wolverine Origins, fucking 52 years later, right? Like, how long ago was that?
Well,
Cyclops was a kid, right?
Yeah, so
it was like 30 years ago.
He wasn't a kid, so it
He
was
like
15.
No, probably 20. Good
yeah,
20.
something like. I think Xavier actually says it. He's like, it was 17.4 years ago.
The bar probably let him sleep in the fucking cage.
He's like, you just keep fighting, and we'll let you do it, and just fucking don't
He
kill
probably
anybody.
split the money with the bar, knowing how shady that was. Like the shadiest fucking bar ever.
Well, yeah, especially because fucking what they eventually show
Is she underage, bro?
yeah,
She's fucking underage.
She's definitely.
She hitched a ride with a grown fat man. Yeah, she was bossing him up, for sure. She got all the way across the country from there, and then that's when we meet fucking Wolverine.
He's being homeless as fuck, just cage fighting. He's
a homeless man.
Bro, I love
That's
how...
all he is a homeless man. He fights humans who he knows he's gonna fuck up. So much that he just drinks himself to fucking death on the cage, and once he get hit, he's like, ugh.
Well, he got hit in the balls. That's
Yeah.
what the dude said, is don't hit him in the balls. But yeah,
And-
so like his fighting stance, is what I love about him, is to fucking lean up on the wall and fucking...
With his fucking forehead over his forearm.
like he's taking a piss drunk.
Yeah.
Like that's how he kicks it.
But that's what he does. He fights humans who he knows he'll fuck up for money. And the first bit of this movie where he gets the money, he gets a beer.
Let me get a beer.
And he just says a beer. So unless Canada was that grimy in the fucking 80s, or 90s. When was this?
This is supposed to. I don't know.
They just had one Canadian beer. They know his beer. So he's apparently a drunk at the bar, plus he fights humans for money who he'll fuck up no matter what.
Well,
and he doesn't care.
He doesn't
He's
care.
a scumbag.
Well, and the bartender is sort of a scumbag too, right? Because he offers, he assumes Rogue's going to steal.
Yeah.
Well, she looks like she's going to, so I'm not hating. But then he's like, she's going to have water, you can order a drink, because I can't ID you, because this is Canada.
Yeah. He's like, move these tips away from this broke bitch.
Yeah, he's
like,
like,
you want something, I'll give you fucking beer and waffles, you 16-year-old kid. Oh, it is Canada.
No, I
It is Canada.
I don't know where the fuck it is.
Or if it is.
Even in Canada, she's too young to fucking drink.
Well, you would think she was east, so maybe it was Canada, dude.
No, she was going northwest towards fucking Alaska. So she might have been Canada. Yeah. Or fucking Minnesota.
Yeah, and that's when you see the whole fucking hey, there's a TV. There's a 1080p and a fucking 1960s TV, but it's 1080p.
Yeah,
Let's give all the information about the mutants. Oh, Registration Act. Oh, Senator Kelly, he's a fucking politician. Woohoo.
And what did they do? The two mutants look at each other and they're like... And then Logan picks a fight with a drunk hillbilly and almost murders the entire bar.
Yeah.
Like, somehow controls himself.
Well, no, the dude's like, bro, you fucked me up, and like, here's another thing, right? Not only is he fighting humans, Wolverine can't really fight.
No.
Because he gets his ass whooped.
All he has to do is headbutt you and kill you.
Well, he was getting beat up with that dude, and then he's like, fucking popped a spin, and he's like, animanium time, fucking, I'm gonna fuck you up now.
How did that dude not break his toes kicking him?
Bro, because it only makes that clink sound when Wolverine's attacking you.
Yeah,
not when you're hitting Wolverine.
Because Wolverine fucks him up and, like, headbutts him, which should have
fucks him
fractured
up.
his skull.
Mystique fucks him up. Sabretooth fucks him up.
Sabretooth does fuck him up, but Sabretooth's not really a better fighter, he's just huge.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, and so the dude tries to, I guess, stab him.
Yeah, and fucking then he, like, pulls his claws out. This is the claw reveal where he sticks the middle one out to the dude's throat. That's sick.
Yeah, I sort of liked it, I'm not gonna lie.
And then the bartender fucking pulls a gat on him.
Get out of my bar, freak.
Yeah.
And then he claps it. But what's gay about this scene is that when he cuts, notice his pose, when he's holding his claws at the dude's throat and has his other claws behind him to cut the fucking shotgun. He looks like he's, like, trying to hold his piss in so bad. Because the way he's standing, it makes Logan look like he might be doing some ballet.
He is wearing eyeliner. So.
Is he cutting himself?
And so he goes to of course, with his homeless ways, into his shitty trailer. His shitty truck with his shitty trailer, which he puts his bike in, which is obviously frozen.
Yeah, I think he's frozen at this point.
He's a fucking homeless man, and he lives in a shitty fucking trailer. He is a bum.
Not only that, but he's a vagrant. He's a true vagrant.
Yeah.
He, like, lives, his house goes with him. His actual house. Not his fucking vacation home like some white people, but his actual house.
Which is a trailer.
A trailer that's broken.
And she's hiding in the fucking, right near the frozen bike, so I'm still trying to figure out how she didn't get hypothermia.
That's what I'm saying. She's just covered, looking like.
He's like, I could sniff now because my Wolverine powers only fucking happen when I want to.
He's like, you must have seen my eyeliner, and you know I was a goth like you. We goths got to stick together.
And he kicks her out.
But then
she's like, I saved your life. He's like, no, you didn't, bitch. You don't know my powers.
He turns it around though. He shows some Logan humanity.
Yeah, but still, he was going to leave an underage kid on the fucking freezing road.
Yeah, he was. And then she was
he's like, you want anything to eat, bub? And she fucking eats the beef jerky like a goddamn vulture.
He looks at her like, dude, fuck the fuck. He's like, I've been hungry my whole life, but only for solitude and homelessness.
And of course, the foreshadowing. First off, they're one piece of dialogue, maybe real dialogue between them.
Foreshadowed the next 5 seconds.
Foreshadowed the next scene that was just about to happen.
Literally the next 5 to 10 seconds of the movie. Because she's like, might want to put your seatbelt on, hon. He's like, I'm not taking any advice from a fucking pregnant teenager on the run.
I only do that with premature sex.
He only wears his seatbelt during premature sex? What is premature sex?
I didn't mean to say premature. I meant to say preteen.
But yeah, he gets launched out the window.
Because she was a preteen, yeah. He gets launched out the, like, crash test dummy style.
Because of tree
flung
foul?
out the window. Yeah.
Sabretooth pushed it, I guess?
Ooh, Scooby-Doo.
He probably
There's some
growled
Scooby-Doo
at
scenes
it.
in this
It
movie
fell.
for sure. You know, and, but their discussion, like, him and Rogue, she's like, he's like, I'm Logan. She's like, I'm fucking, what the fuck was her name? I just had it in my head, and now I forgot it.
It's Rogue to me.
Yeah.
I don't remember her actual name.
And she was like, he was trying to touch her. She's like, fucking get away from me, you cranky old man.
He's like, when people touch me, they get erections, and they tend to, do shit to me that I don't like.
He's like, I can heal from that. Go ahead, touch my cock.
He's like, look at my penis. I can cut it off, and it'll grow back. It's like, damn, I didn't need to see that.
Does that turn you on?
Here, you can have the one I cut off.
Yeah, and as he falls, his fucking cigar lands conveniently by his shitty propane tank, which he never uses because I've always assumed Wolverine doesn't eat.
I don't know that he does. They never show it.
He can't afford food.
He drinks.
He can't afford food.
He doesn't.
He
need
buys
food.
alcohol. That is his nutrition. Like he soaks that up for energy. Is the alcohol?
It's like that is his true spinach.
And that's what set the car on fire. And then Sabretooth conveniently shows up out of the trees
To fight.
and he growls. Of course.
Yeah, and he's
looking for someone to touch.
Does he hit him with a branch?
No, he bitch slaps him with a tree.
Yeah.
A whole tree.
Yeah, he does that. Fucking, and Logan again gets knocked the fuck out. Like he's done out of the fight. So what's going on here? Is he just a shitty fighter and they're fucking saying to be like retarded?
Well, Wolverine is a shitty fighter. That's all I can stand up to. And here's my problem is, like, so Sabretooth beats the fuck out of him, right?
Yeah.
And then they go into this is like a theme in this movie. They show all of the X-Men doing very intricate shit to show off their powers.
Yeah, well,
like through this whole movie.
Sort of intricate.
It is...
Like Logan getting launched out of the car to show they can heal.
Was that
That's
good?
intricate.
Okay, Jean Grey with the medicine. She's like, oh, let me float it to me. Now you know I'm Jean Grey. Or Cyclops doing Vogue poses, hitting fucking skeet.
Or skeeting and shooting
Or he's like, oh, hey, I can burn this fucking seatbelt.
Yeah, that's what he does. Well, he
tries
to
Storm's like, I'll make it snow. I can fucking make it lightning in an elevator.
It's like, and what did it do for her to make it snow in that situation? Because it didn't seem like, I don't know.
Toad eating a bird. Show his tongue.
Yeah.
Magneto pulling up his chair and those fucking tiles because he's a Spanish priest asshole.
He has the fucking, like, little momentum balls that have no chains because they just fall when he leaves the room.
And Sabretooth with his rapey powers is saying 2 lines about raping a girl.
Well, that's his power, is rape. That's actually in the comic book. I don't know if that's true, but it should be.
Yeah, because Sabretooth, if anything, Bryan Singer nailed that. I think that fits like his character as well as the director.
He's a rapist.
You know, they say good teams always follow their coach's personality. And Sabretooth might have been his most realistic character.
So this is the first scene.
Sabretooth fails.
Well, yeah.
He's a failed hitman.
And it's
Austin Powers.
And
it's Austin Powers, and Magneto is Dr. Evil.
Yeah.
And Sabretooth is like the shitty fucking...
Magneto's Dr.
The shitty muscle.
No, it's true. And what's funny is this is like the first time you see any X-Men mission, and it's the dumbest fucking thing ever. It's like, okay, it's Storm and Cyclops. Like, you could have given me 2 of shittier X-Men in the world.
No, you can make Cyclops raw.
Well, you could,
They make him look like
can't.
a straight drug dealer. Like, he deals to all the skiers.
He only has action, real action. Cyclops only does real fighting in one movie.
One movie, yeah. And it seems like everyone so far has just conveniently showed up.
At this
right?
point,
all of them. Like the X-Men How did they know?
That's a very good fucking
Sabretooth
question.
conveniently shows up like at the perfect time.
Do you think they how did he know? How does everyone know
I
where
don't
everyone's at?
Because they can all sniff each other
okay.
and fuck each other and feel each other's minds, each other's dicks and nipples and all that shit. So
It
that's
makes-
all their powers.
It makes sense that the X-Men know where they're at because of Cerebro, but how did Sabretooth know? That's the real question.
I don't know.
'Cause
He can sniff. It's the same as Wolverine, I'm telling you. And yeah, so Sabretooth, he's a failed hitman, so he comes back, and the only thing that he does in this movie, Toad's like, hey man, aren't you supposed to be bringing somebody back? I can spray paint green, you see that? I'm tagging, brah. And fucking Sabretooth's just like, rawr.
right?
Yeah. That's me. I look like fucking Edge. And he fucking goes sees Magneto, who's this literally looks like a Doctor Doom, like.
No, that's what I'm
fortress.
saying. When they show the fortress from the outside, it's like on a fucking cliff. Like, where are you, bro? Where the fuck are you? You're supposed to be in New York. It looks like you're in you are in Lord of the Rings.
He's like, I'm used to. When they asked Ian McKellen, he's like, well, I'm used to looking down from a tower. So
I'm used to towers, Charles.
Yeah, and then Sabretooth just growls and fucking very rapey thing he does. He takes Wolverine's like.
Dog tag?
Dog's tag, and he's like, I want it.
Yeah.
Something about it just makes me want it. I just want to smell him. Like, super rapey. And that's when Magneto does his best Charles yet. He's just like, Charles. We made the first move.
Oh, that's great.
I suck at chess. I actually use to that bald bastard all the time. But I have one advantage. He's a retard in these kind of situations.
I have made the first move. That is all they know.
Sabretooth's like,
He's like, ever since I've known Charles, he's made mistakes every time he's made a decision.
yeah. And so far, it's just a mediocre movie, dude. It just feels like I said, I could watch it in Austin Powers, and it's not funny.
Yeah, essentially.
It's a non-funny Austin Powers.
Because, and I mean, I guess especially because with what happens in the next couple scenes, it's like it really starts to lose you fast because they just start explaining too much shit at once.
Yeah. Well, this one you were mentioning when we were talking, the fucking another small thing that the mutants to show off his power. He's making those metal balls move.
Yeah.
Like, sway back and forth. I remember you had mentioned that, and that was fucking hilarious.
Well, yeah, he's playing.
He's just doing it in midair.
And they fall down when the fucking
like,
when he
I'm
leaves
over
the room. He doesn't give a shit because he was playing with his own balls once he's left the room. He was like, "I'm gonna play with my own balls and think about Charles."
And then Wolverine's about to get healthy. And of course, like a homeless, unsettled man, he chokes out Jean Grey, and he like starts playing army.
Yeah,
like,
he's having a flashback.
This isn't like dirt or like hay or fucking my shelter, my homeless shelter, or my fucking trailer.
He's like, "Where's the Viet Cong?"
I haven't had a drink yet. What's going on?
No, and he does, and like much like a homeless person, he doesn't understand medical attention. Like,
bro, he's like, there's kids there. And he's still treating it like somebody's out to kill him. He's like hiding behind walls. And Xavier's like, what are you doing, you idiot? Can you hear my whispers? Follow me, son.
Yeah, and fucking being the dick that he is, because he always preaches about not using your powers on people who, like, you can't. He uses it on Logan for no reason.
Yeah.
He's always trying to read. He tries to read fucking Magneto's mind for no reason.
Right?
He's like, the professor tells us to use our powers responsibly so that we won't fuck him up.
Yeah.
Because he's always in our heads.
And this is the whole fucking spew of exposition.
Well, yeah,
right? This is just exposition just forcefully fingering you.
Because this is when they start talking about fucking Magneto and explaining who the fuck he is and what the school
like, you're
does.
safe from Magneto. And he's like, this is Storm, Cyclops, Quicksilver. And he isn't in this one. There
he's like, wait,
slow-mo
what?
scene. And Wolverine's like, what are you, wheels?
Well, it's funny, too, is like fucking midway through his speech about what the school's about, like about Magneto, he just starts talking about what the school's about and gives Logan a tour, and they just end up in a fucking, what is that, the stables?
It's an exposition tour.
Yeah.
Through the house. They're like,
he's like,
he's like, oh, this is the weight room. There was a man named Eric Wolverine. As we grew older, he grew angry
like,
with the human race. You will never know why, because this movie's an hour and a half.
He's like, wait, what does this have to do with working out? He's like, is that kid playing basketball with himself?
Wait, did you say Alcohol Lake? Is that where I can get it? Is that where I can get the stuff? He's like, Charles. He's like, Logan, I'm a drunk myself. You can help yourself.
He's like,
idiots.
Logan, I know where you're at. I used to do heroin. Made me walk.
Yeah, and he basically just says the Magneto, like, as if, like, this is some Star Wars shit. He's like, that's when he left Eric's body and became Magneto.
Yeah, exactly, because...
And Wolverine's just like, dude, so is that ship, like, does that work? Because I'm going to steal it later. That's what I do. I steal things.
That's right. And fucking, then what is then...
That's when he's like, he wants a war with mutants and humans. And that's how we know Magneto is bad. Not anything through this story.
Yeah, they
just
don't explain
Xavier
him.
saying it.
Yeah, he's just like, Magneto's bad, we're good. Obviously, I'm good. I have all these kids here.
And he's like, the associate, Sabretooth. That's who you met with the rotting nails. And
he's like, it's okay, Logan. I can't rape these kids. My penis doesn't work.
He had to quit the game after he broke his knee on a frog jump off the ropes. He was a hell of a wrestler.
And then fucking Cyclops in the back, he's like, I ain't never quit the game, bruh.
He's like, hey, by the way, stay away from my fucking girl.
Like
and Wolverine doesn't shake his hand.
No.
He's like, oh, hey, nice big black tits. Come here. And then he fucking, when he sees Cyclops, he's like, I'm not shaking that fucking drug.
He's like, what the fuck?
Selling drugs to the kids. I have some morals.
He's like,
I'll just be homeless and kill.
It's like I can smell the pot in your hands.
And that's when we go into the whole, let's explain the academy.
Yeah, and they go through the fucking...
I have a kid doing a 3-man weave by himself. I have Jean Grey, because we can't afford skeet shooters, so
yeah,
they can't. Their mind.
They can't do that. And
Cyclops is doing fucking voguing out.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, I'm playing my Madonna music while I do this. I want to fuck Dennis Rodman.
He literally looks like he's popping and locking his way through the fucking training course. He just stops. Fucking.
And the most, maybe worse than Xavier, because I fucking hate Xavier, bro. Like maybe I haven't stated this enough. They ruined Xavier. And I know there isn't much to give him, but bro, they literally made him the cartoon.
Because think
maybe
about it.
That's a good thing. I don't know. I couldn't fuck with it in a movie, but
the most he says is explaining shit.
Yeah,
that's it.
Or he's in a coma.
Well, because he
or he's wrong. Or
he's
Cerebro's
wrong.
being taken over.
But what can he do to progress the plot? He's crippled.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Do anything. He can't do anything but talk and go into people's minds. And
that's
even in the
true.
older or the newer ones, technically, fucking, he doesn't do anything.
That's true, bro.
Just kick some knowledge.
Well, and give an exposition tours. Jurassic Park style in his house.
Yeah,
have you seen the horses, Logan? Don't fuck any of them, please.
And Logan's just like,
I've seen your sexual past in my mind.
Logan's just like, all right, bro, I don't care.
What were you doing with Red Omega and Russia and those donkeys?
He's like, this is a bed, Logan. He's like, I don't know what to think of it.
And then the worst introduction of the character. The worst character, I mean, sorry. Not the worst introduction. The introduction to maybe the worst character in X-Men. Bobby fucking Iceman.
Oh, he just fucking freezes.
Iceman's supposed to be this asshole, and I know we're not referring to the comics and shit, but come on. Can you not make him like Rogue's fucking lackey?
Well, because what?
All of the series?
Yeah, he just falls around her. He's literally whipped.
Iceman's one of the original X-Men.
He is the literally.
I think
he's either
in the first or second.
No, he was in the first team.
Yeah, and he's supposed to be like an asshole.
Well, yeah, because what happens with fucking Iceman is that the reason he ends up being an asshole in the comic is he literally, somehow with his power, he starts off as like a class 1 or 2 mutant and gets to Omega class just by being fucking Iceman. So I'd be pretty cocky too.
Yeah. And he fucking freezes the fireball, which, scientifically makes no sense, but,
How do you make a frozen ball of ice out of a ball of fire? No one fucking knows.
I think that's what Rogue looked at it. Rogue looked at him that way. She was like, wait,
what?
is this magic or is that just retarded?
Then he puts a rose on her desk. He's like, this is a symbol for what I'm about to do to you tonight. I'm going to deflower this bitch.
My ice wiener.
My ice wiener.
I wonder if, while they're swacking, why couldn't he just be the Iceman? Like, would his wiener, melt off?
I don't know, but with her, if you really want to date her, you better fucking, be a premature ejaculator, because you're going to die otherwise.
But hey, she might nut after those first 2 seconds because she never had it.
She'll never get it.
And then we go to the senator, and apparently fucking Toad is a mastermind of fucking tactics, as he can sneak into a fucking Congress chopper with no disguise. He's just like, yeah, painted green, yeah.
Yeah, even though he's like the grossest looking dude, and they're like, wait, are you the pilot? You're like, yeah, I just got jaundice.
And Mystique, apparently they don't need to show this. She was a dude named Gay Rich. Something. His name was
I don't know what the fuck his name was.
I remember because Magneto was like, oh, Mr. Gay Rich has been dead for years.
Yeah, because it's this dude's bodyguard or some shit like that.
And that's when you sort of agree with the senator.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's like, who's to stop any of these people from doing this? It's not a matter of, do I hate the mutants? I actually admire them. It's pretty dope that they even exist. But at the same time, if any one of them go 51-50, we could be talking about a real terrorist threat here.
Yeah, he's like, people like these Jean Grey.
It's Jean Grey.
Like, they could really come out here and kill us.
And then that's when you see the Mystique weird fucking apocalypse dub, and she's like, it's people like you, I fucking stuck cigarettes in my vagina in my bathroom.
I stuck the cigarette in and sealed it up.
You're the reason why I killed kids in school. And she Axel kicks his ass and just fucks him up. She like holds him with his left foot and fucking kicks the shit out of him.
That shit was tight though, and Toad just looks back as the pilot's like, that shit was funny. I got my money bags up here, see?
He does dance around like the Monopoly guy.
He does.
In one scene, he does. He gestures around.
And then it transitions into like the dumbest thing ever is just her scanning Logan. Why? Why did he need an X-ray? They're just studying.
Because they wanted to show that he had no dick.
Well, that and he's just letting them study her like him.
Yeah.
He's like,
and they can't tell how old he is. So which would make sense why Wolverine would be like, yeah, I might fuck Rogue. Fuck it.
Yeah.
He's not like, I wasn't in Civil War.
He's like, back when I was younger, you could fuck a 13-year-old no one bat an eye.
And that's my question. I know I just said Civil War. Is this movie the first Marvel Civil War?
Well,
because if we talked about if you're Magneto or if you're a mutant, if this world existed, you're rooting for Magneto.
At this point, because
if you're humans, you're sort of rooting for Xavier, but you're hoping he does something right for the mutants as well.
Sort of. But what's crazy too is with the senator, you think that's the bad guy.
Yeah.
They start making him his idea.
That was sort of cool.
Guy.
You're right. But he ends very quickly because fucking.
Well, as you see in the next fucking scene.
Is that the next scene?
Magneto comes on him.
Yeah, that's right. You fucking said it right. The 4 stages of orgasm, literally, his toes are curling up. He's showing off those coffee teeth.
He's like, ah!
And he jizzes on him.
And then he stops and he's like, oh, just sort of lumps over.
There was literally 4 different cutouts. Of him slowly, his face getting slowly more the nut is right there out of his dickhead.
I guess we should probably explain what he's doing. He's not actually fucking the
apparently
senator.
Magneto, the most powerful mutant ever, can make this machine where his metal powers, which was never explained, can turn humans into mutants.
And make radiation. The only way
radiation.
I thought about it as I was watching it.
Okay.
The only way I could think that somehow Magneto could make this work is if the part where he's at of the machine isn't the machine itself, it's how it's powered. That's the generator, and he's using his powers to spin it around. But on top of that, how the fuck does he know how to build it? This fool's not an engineer.
Sabretooth. Fucking quiet genius.
Sabretooth.
Geniuses are rapists.
This is Sabretooth looks at him and he's like, how are we going to do this? He's like, I went to MIT. No, but seriously, it's the 4 phases of orgasm, because the first one he's like, and he's holding it in, it's at the tip, he's fucking
and you're like, dude,
can
you floss?
Yeah. Then the second one, he's really holding it, and he's like, it's about to be that. And the third one's he's finally letting it go, and the fourth one was just done. He's like, oh!
These are one of the scenes I wish sometimes we did that fucking cinema sin shit and was talking over the fucking picture.
Yeah.
So if you guys are listening to this, go put in X-Men right now and go over that scene and tell me that is not the 4 stages of life.
And I think that's what he was trying to do.
That should be taught in sexual ed.
Because he puts out a
with fucking the X-Men scene.
Well,
we have one X-Men scene to show off why children, you shouldn't be around old men.
But what's funny too is like he does shoot out a cum bubble.
Yeah, it looks like the sky for SpongeBob. It looks like some fucking Malaysian jellyfish. It looks fucking weird. You know, like he just came, like he thrusts his pelvis out, and a white light shoots at this dude, and it turns him into liquid. He got turned into cum.
He did. Eventually, he does become cum, and then
he looks like the dressing to a Chinese chicken salad.
yeah.
I'll tell you what.
There's a lot of things about this scene that don't make any fucking sense, but I guess.
Well, he's like, oh, don't fear me, don't fear God. I know I had no point to that, but you will be a mutant now.
He walks by me, he's like, brother, you'll be a brother now. It's like, wait, Magneto, you learned how to turn people black?
He's like, wait, I can play basketball now?
He's like, how tall will I be?
Yeah, and I think it's weird, and he mentions, like, you know, God is working too slow. I think Magneto's just scared, and he has to make the move right away.
Yeah, he's like,
scared.
Dude, we need mutants fucking now.
It's over.
Yeah.
Like, if I don't do this, it's over.
But he's dumb. He's dumb, too, because fucking Sabretooth, you can't have only one genius working on a super project. He can't move the fucking things as nails. Like, he has to have someone fucking screw it all together, right? So that's where Toad came in, and Toad fucked up.
Well, you would think Magneto would be able to build that machine in 1 second.
Well, Magneto's not smart.
Yeah.
He's wise.
And he only keeps Toad's tongue around for Mystique's pussy and his balls. Well, like Toad's like
they just
Toad's like if a couple was into sex with their dog.
He's like,
and Toad just sits there with his tongue underneath.
Yeah. No, and fucking what happens next? Logan's fucking shitty dream acting. Ugh.
No.
Oh, first he talks to Jean Grey. Yeah, and she's like, "This is a bed."
Hard.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm a telepath.
I'm a telepath. He's like, no.
Thank God it's not Apocalypse anymore, and this chick's kind of hot.
Yeah, because she tells me like, "This is a bed." He's like, "The only other time I've ever been in a bed has been with a girl. So do you want to get in bed with me?" She's like, "No."
It's like, is that what you got to deal with? Is that fucking retard, Scott?
He has that like where he's trying too hard to like not
be the side dude.
No, to be cool about it.
Uh-huh.
But is also coming across as like really creepy because he's like, "So, where's your room at?"
How about you read my mind?
He's like, "I know you don't know me, and I came in here fucking smelling like asshole."
I want you to go into my mind. When you scared you'll see me fuck the dwarf I fucked a week ago.
It's like, that was her mutant power. Or it was a regular person I was too drunk to know.
Oh, hey, by the way, instant update. Xavier beat fucking
Poopy holes?
Arizona, bro.
Damn.
Wow.
Good for them.
Fuck March Madness.
Yeah.
It's retarded.
Not as retarded as this next scene.
Yeah. Very retarded.
Because then fucking Cyclops comes in and he's like, "You gonna tell me to stop looking at your girl?" And he's like, "If I had to tell you that, it wouldn't be my bitch." He's like, I don't have to tell Jean Grey to hit on any other guy. I'm the one with the coke.
Yeah, Cyclops is raw. Like, let's speak on Cyclops, dude. He's a dope character.
He doesn't
give a he's damn near Captain America.
He is.
He is almost as good as Captain America. Makes you wish they just spent a little more time.
His attitude is totally that too, because like the one dude's like, "Wait, won't they get us on the radar if they're playing?" He's like, "If they can fucking get us, they deserve to get us, bro." Like, what the fuck? I inherited Havoc's D game. You think they're gonna get me?
And of course, like the next scene, Wolverine enjoying a bed for once in his homeless life.
Well,
he's
as
like,
much as he can enjoy it, because it makes
he's like his shitty sleep acting. He's like, they did things to me that I can heal from. Oh no!
He's like anyone who's like slept on like something really firm or like not a bed their whole life and then sleeps in a real bed. He just can't get comfortable. He's like, what? And that's when fucking Rogue, for whatever reason, is already awake.
Yeah.
I guess she was touching herself. She's like, "I'm the only one that can do it."
She was thinking about Wolverine touching herself.
Yeah, and she goes in and she claps her.
Yeah, he straight stabs the fuck out of her.
Because he has PTSD'd out and he wakes up.
What's true in every Wolverine movie is do not be next to this motherfucker asleep because he will kill you. He's just going to find any object in front of him and stab them.
Unless you're a ninja and you can dodge it. Fucking what you see later on.
Like, if he was actually in prison, which Wolverine should be, like, for the last 100 fucking years, he should have been in prison. Don't be his roommate. I tell you what, you're gonna die every time.
And what's funny too is like when you look at it, fucking he even like freaks out, and he's so homeless, he almost doesn't know how to ask for help. He's just like, help me. Like, he's like, somebody. It's like, bro, you're the adult in the situation. He's not used to being real.
That is true. That's very true.
So fucking
and then this is when they show the power.
Yeah,
she can take your powers and use them.
Well, eventually, fucking
which
Professor
is the major
X
plot device.
Fucking explains it later on. I don't remember
which
which part, but he's like, he takes part of your life force, and in Mutant's case, powers. It's like, fuck.
Okay, thanks, Xavier. Cool.
All right, we sort of saw that.
And then we see Senator Kelly realizing that he's Ditto from Pokemon.
Yeah, because
he's like constipated. He's like, I'm gonna get through the wall.
He's like, I can get through these because he's in a jail.
And you're like, and even the viewer, I'm like, dude, where are you gonna go? Like, there's nowhere else to go.
He didn't have a plan B at that point, I don't think, because I don't think he thought he was gonna stretch through the bars. Because as far as he knew, he was a human.
Yeah.
So he stretches through the bars and like hanging off the cliff, and I like how Magneto walks up and he's like, where the fuck are you gonna go, bro?
Yeah, he doesn't even trip off. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna have my help get you.
He like leans
Sabretooth
over.
is a fucking glorified Mexican.
Yeah, because he leans over and he's like, hey, what the fuck are you about to do? He's like, look down below you. There's fucking rocks down there, bro. And Kelly's like, I don't care. As long as I'm not with a fucking mutant.
And Sabretooth tries to grab him and he drops him. And Sabretooth, again, is nonchalant about this shit. It almost feels like Sabretooth could fuck Magneto up. Because Sabretooth's just sort of like, oh well.
Yeah.
And then Magneto's like, oh, you son of a bitch, and then locks him up, and then what does Sabretooth do?
Growls again. He's like, he's a jackass.
He's a goon. I'm surprised he doesn't fucking hit up Plies and they put on fucking ski masks and rob your local fucking jewelry store.
Oh shit! At the Ritz-Carlton. He been mobbing at the Ritz-Carlton.
That's what he was trying to tell Storm. He's like,
Sabretooth at the Ritz-Carlton. It's like, scream for me, bitch. At the Ritz-Carlton. Sabretooth's an idiot.
He's a fucking jackass.
And Senator Kelly washes up.
Senator Kelly comes out. He
shows his dick to like 13 children.
And Stan Lee's like, oh, I've never seen a wiener like that since the 40s.
He's like, let me Excelsior. Let me put a bun around that and I'll sell it as a hot dog.
And of course, another convenient TV to show Senator Kelly where he needs to go.
Yeah, literally.
Senator Kelly's like, oh, is that what's been going on, huh?
He's like, I seem to recall a Jean Grey. I know her address.
And, now we, are assuming we have to know, apparently, that Mystique is Bobby.
No, we don't know yet because
she's like, Bobby?
Because she hates on Rogue, or Bobby hates on Rogue. He's like, you need to leave. The professor is furious. He is coming out of the tip of his actual head. I've never seen that happen.
Bobby, you're bleeding through the middle of your pants. Oh, that's nothing to worry about.
It's because
I get it every month.
He's
like,
what? You know what, Rogue? I'm furious. And I'm bleeding through my dick to show you how furious I am. You know what really happened is I was washing up and I froze my ball on accident. I've been peeing blood for a week.
Yeah, and she leaves. And then Wolverine's like, where is she?
Where'd you go? And he's like, hold on.
Wait, where's...
He's like, hold on, you fucking beast. I have Cerebro.
Wolverine is Rambo. He's fucking Rambo.
Where's Adrian?
Because what does Rambo do? Did you watch the last Rambo?
The one
Probably
where he's fighting off the Vietnamese?
Yes, dude. First off, best Rambo ever.
Yeah, that one was pretty good.
And what does he do? He lives wherever he was last at and just stays there and he's homeless.
Yeah, and he has a boat. In this case, an RV.
Not even an RV, a fucking trailer.
A trailer, that's right. Fucking, it's barely an RV.
He's Rambo. He's like, where is she? Is it those Viet Cong again? We have to kill more Asians.
And that's when, like I said,
I'll kill Mexicans in my future, but now it's Asians.
Professor X uses this as a chance to be like, hey, buddy, I got Cerebro. Let me explain to you how this works. And it's like, I can't find Eric with it. He's like, why not? He's like, because he helped me build it. And Logan just slaps his head like, this fucking idiot. Who is this guy?
Seems like he loses every time.
Yeah.
I want to join Eric's side, as you see later with Logan. He sort of feels Eric a little bit.
Yeah. And he finds fucking Rogue immediately. So how come he can't find anyone else?
And that was one thing we do have to give credit to this boring, mediocre movie. Mediocre! The Cerebro scene was hella cool. That's how Cerebro should be. The black and white.
Just going to one specific person, not showing
not
all
like,
this.
oh, yeah,
it's
see
too
that guy
much.
jerking off near his kid. Yeah, weird.
Yeah, too much.
And, you know, he explains Cerebro to Logan, and they find her. And Logan, doing what he normally does, he steals from somebody. Steals a bike.
He steals a bike and somehow
he's
gets
like,
How does he get a train ticket? Get on the train to sit next to her.
He didn't.
He just
walked
on.
in and cut the fucking things that you have to go through.
He was literally like, fuck this shit.
He's like, what are you going to do about it, bitch?
And he sits next to her. He's like, hey, Rogue, you know, I'm homeless, and I've been homeless for like 45 fucking years. And before that, I was homeless for 85 fucking years, and there was a year where I wasn't homeless. I lived in Japan for 3 months once, and I was homeless there too. I didn't have a permanent residence, and
I just stopped fucking that Japanese kid. Kid. Yeah, I do mean kid. Now I'm here.
He's like, and when you watch Logan, you'll wonder to yourself, where the fuck did that Japanese slave go that I had at the end of the other movie?
That geisha.
The point is, though, you don't want to be homeless. I want to be homeless.
Let's give these geeks a shot. Xavier's got a little bit of money. We could both mooch off him.
It's like, and you know what? You can always trust someone who doesn't have hair like mine. He doesn't have any hair, so you can probably trust him pretty well.
Okay, so what do you say? Give these geeks one more shot.
Yeah. And that was the pep talk. He's like, don't go off blowing truckers anymore. It's not the way to live.
And Rogue's
the way to live is to be a cage fighter.
And they like the train's taking off in the middle of his speech. He's like, "We'll just fucking be homeless."
He's like, "Fuck it, we can live on the
He's
train."
like, "We'll hitchhike for 2 weeks and fucking we'll get back."
And that's sort of like his relationship with Rogue, right? In the beginning, it was like, "Hey, yeah, you have your thumbs up. All right, you can drive with me now. I'll take you somewhere."
And
like a fucking hitchhiker.
Yeah, because he's literally like, you know, this is my daughter. I've only known you for 3 months.
You, kid. And then we see, you know, Storm and Cyclops go to the train, and Cyclops is wearing his folded bill fucking Disneyland apparel.
Yeah, and she's like,
this is what I have to look like to go outside.
She's like, look around, and I will buy the tickets. It's like, bro, where's Wakanda?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Right? Well, it would be cool if she kept that accent the whole time.
She doesn't.
Not, like, ditch it in the next 2 movies.
She, like, loses it for some reason. And then it cuts to what I think you said might be one of the funniest things I've ever seen about Mystique, which I didn't notice until I watched this movie, is her being Bobby and Mystique at the same time.
The fucking... the Iceman face, blue tit fucking Bobby.
Yeah, because as she's walking into Cerebro, as she's sneaking around the school fucking Scooby-Doo style, fucking she walks
She's like, hey guys, you haven't seen X-Men yet? Green is bad, blue is good.
Yeah, she goes into plug whatever the fuck that is into Cerebro. I'm not going to pretend to understand that or try to extrapolate on it.
It's steroids.
It's steroids.
It's steroids and heroin.
She puts in brain steroids.
Okay.
It was the drug that made him walk in the other one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's the
She's
heroin.
like, here, your relapse.
Yeah.
No, but she fucking is. She has the head of Bobby and the body of fucking Mystique.
Yeah.
It might be the grossest thing you've ever seen.
And Sabretooth goes into the fucking train station. First off, he just throws a dude out of the line. And he chokes Storm. He's like, he screams.
He's like, and she's like, she doesn't even say anything. She's sort of raw, but she's just accepted the fact she's going to get choked out.
Well, I don't understand her lightning effect. I really don't. Because Toad is over there just fucking up Cyclops. Because Toad is the best fighter in X-Men.
No, she was going to die. She had just accepted death.
She was gonna electrocute him.
No, because Cyclops had to blow. No, Cyclops had to blow the roof off first. If he hadn't done that, she was going to die.
Yeah, definitely. Yes, that's my point. You know, and then we see Magneto just fucking terrorize the train for no reason.
Yeah, and he rapes.
This doesn't make news, right?
No, right? And he hits a not only does a mutant rip a train apart, but he gives a young child the date rape drug and just walks away, and then kills cops, I guess.
Okay, this whole movie is about old men chasing a girl. The whole movie. And it's pretty inappropriate. It's okay to do it with an Indian girl, as we've seen through years of cinema. It's okay to do it with an Indian girl, but not a white American girl. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't Pocahontas. Come on. Fucking, but what's funny is about this scene, what I always thought was, like, after he kidnaps her and he walks out to confront the police, right?
Yeah.
Where the fuck
First
are
off,
Cyclops and fucking...
knocked out.
They're knocked out. He
knocks out Cyclops, assuming that he won't open his eyes and destroy everything.
Yeah.
Takes off his fucking visor.
He does
and
that.
He's wearing it because Toad's like, ugh.
But nothing happens to Storm.
Yeah, nothing happens to Storm. It is weird, yeah. Well, they're like, I mean, they're being gentlemen, I guess, at that point. Because when Magneto shows up, he looks at it like, wait, is this an X-Men movie? Because there's fucking cops here right now. What the fuck? You guys aren't supposed to get rid of our feuds.
Yeah, and he's just like, you know what? Cops, fuck you.
He
like,
points the guns at them.
Yeah.
And that's the whole Charles being a coward.
But this is my question, who is stopping the bullet?
Who is stopping the guy from walking away?
Yeah, he was.
Xavier did not stop everybody.
There. But the bullet's being held at his head, and Magneto is...
Magneto.
Charles is choking. Is that just his thing? He's like, bro, I'm gonna hold the bullet there until you let go of me because Charles took
initially
over Sabretooth.
Magneto was like, kill me then, bro. If you think I'm really wrong, kill me. Once they have you sign that shit, you know what's gonna happen to you and your fucking kids and your secret army that you're ready to equip
he couldn't
yourself.
kill him because if he killed him, the bullet would have clapped the dude.
Either way, he wasn't gonna kill him. That's what I'm saying. I think Charles for a second thought Magneto was somewhat right. And I think Xavier is like, I'm not going to kill you when I know, like, you're fighting for a purpose. And that you... Because remember, Magneto keeps hinting the whole movie, like, Xavier, you know you need me. Like, you know you need a motherfucker like me. Just, that's pure Martin Luther King, Malcolm X shit. Like, Magneto's like, you know you need my ass. Because you're too fucking pussy to do anything real about it. And when shit really goes down, I'm going to fuck people up, not your crippled ass.
And he does, for the most part, do that in the series.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he's like what you see in the series, and this is like the first way to start it, and it's almost like I wish they had just kept the cool, calm, and like collected Magneto, because eventually he just becomes a bipolar bitch.
Right?
And he's just flip-flopping everything. He's like, yeah, I'll be good. No, I'll be bad because someone said something mean to me.
Yeah.
To kill humanity. Like, he's just sort of a cunt. And, So what?
And even Magneto's like, show yourself, Charles.
And Charles...
There's police Charles. Hey,
What?
Charles. How many times did I say Charles in this scene?
Charles. You notice... well, my favorite part about the scene is how he fucking has a helicopter, right? He just lands and, like, they dip. Like, he fucking gets a helicopter, and that's what takes them away.
Right?
And then what happens next? It's just them at the house, right?
Yeah.
And fucking...
well, no, they have to go back to the academy and think. They have to think together.
They have to regroup at the Poca Center. Do some battles.
And that's when Xavier starts talking about, like, oh, I guess they... Because remember, he was so fucking... Oh, God. Xavier was wrong the whole time.
Yeah, he was so
He
caught
was
up.
like, oh, he's after Wolverine, this fucking healing fuck. I don't know what he is. And
Oddly enough, though, he's not wrong at one point. Because there is a point before Rogue leaves when he gets... When they first get there and they're talking, he's like, I don't know if Logan's the one that he wants. And then he just never talks about it again.
Yeah, because he's an idiot.
Yeah.
He just overlooks shit.
He's like, I've been thinking about everything, Charles.
And he is now like, I wonder what he wants. And then Wolverine and him sort of like figure it out together. And Wolverine's like, dude, hey, look, I've actually thought of things before in my life. Like in the Civil War, I had to actually realize that we shouldn't stand in a line when we shoot people. Maybe we should run around.
That's what I did. That was back before I could
Killed
get
everyone.
He's like, now I can get shot in the head, so I don't care. I just walk at things, but whatever. It's a game changer.
And that's when they're like, oh, he wants his girls to transfer the powers. Smart Wolverine. Although it's my idea, because I'm Xavier.
He's like, oh, I understand you had a thought for once, Wolverine, but I'll take credit.
And that's when Wolverine's like, dude,
professor.
I'm fucking out of here, all right? Magneto's sort of right. You guys are like the ultimate homeless move. He's like, I'd rather be by myself and homeless. Because he should be really heated that his trailer fucking exploded.
But yeah, he should.
Because it fucking exploded. And
That was his
we
house.
didn't really explain that scene like that. But when he got hit out of his trailer, his cigar fucking caused the car to blow up. And Cyclops saved him.
Yeah.
Apparently. Right? And Wolverine, like he is with everybody, didn't give a fuck that someone saved him. He's like, I don't give a fuck.
Well, because
Yeah,
he
I'm
wasn't
ready to
going to
fucking-
die.
Well, he wasn't going to die. He doesn't care about dying.
Yeah, as long as his brain's okay, it's cool.
Well, he doesn't care about dying because he's a homeless scumbag.
Yeah, he really doesn't.
And with the point I was saying with that is, Wolverine, like the whole time after they explode the trailer, the whole time he never says shit about that. He's just sort of living at the academy for now. But it's like, bro, as homeless as he was, like that's a whole big restart for him.
Yeah, he has to find a moving house again. Well, and it's sort of like what he tells Storm. He's just like, I don't fucking care about you guys, and y'all's problems suck. And how do I even know that this dude's right? That's what he even says. He's like, how do I even know that fucking Magneto's not wrong? And she's like, well, at least I picked a side. And he's like, well,
I think he's personally scared too because he knows Magneto can kick his ass.
well, not just that, but in true homeless fashion, he argues that Magneto might be right. She says, well, you just need to pick a fucking side. And he's like, well, I guess I'll be on this one because I'm already here.
Well, and think about it. There's also one agreement that we didn't mention. That's Xavier in the beginning. He was like, help us with Rogue or help us find out why the Magneto wants you. And I'll lead you to Alcohol Lake. And I'll give you your answers. Making shady-ass deals. Like, why can't Xavier, if he's such a good person to mutants, why can't he just give Wolverine that information and hope that he'll want to help?
Because he's an asshole.
He's
still
an asshole.
using him. Like, he's essentially still using
Yes.
him. But
And he's an asshole for creating Cerebro.
Yeah. Well, he's an asshole for everything, because think about it. Like, what do they tell the senator, basically? Like, that he's just gonna die.
Yeah.
They're just like, bro,
Well, because they're sort of like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
Right? You're like sort of the reason why we're in this shit.
Because that's what happens next, right? The senator dies.
Yeah.
He fucking becomes
He turns
cum.
into cum, yeah.
He becomes cum. And fucking, he became cum because of how Jean Grey reacted to having it on her hand. Just like any girl would.
Yeah, and Storm was like, whoa. Everyone was like, yo, are you sure he died? Or Storm, did you just fucking have a squirting party in there again? Storm's like, no, I swear. I saw it.
This wasn't my power.
And she's like, Logan, choose a side. Do you hear the accent yet?
Yeah, and so then finally Logan's like, I'll be on your side. How the fuck are we going to find him? Can you use the Cerebro again or whatever? We're calling everything something now.
And Xavier explains that he's using radiation to turn people into mutants now. Apparently they just solved that
Somehow
fucking
he
puzzle.
just knows.
They janked that. And
yeah, and he figures that out through someone else telling him what they saw by looking into someone's mind.
yeah.
That was his extrapolation from that. He's like, well, that's what's obviously happening.
And Wolverine, like the beginning of the movie, who was saying that X-Men was fucking stupid, he also was like, hey, wait, this is a movie, so isn't there a plot hole? Rogue. Powers. That's it. Right there. And that's when they figure out Rogue.
Yeah, they're like,
That's
wait,
literally it. Like,
yeah, that's what he needs her for. It's like, and if he just does, it's like he wasn't strong enough to. This is what I didn't get. It's like he wasn't strong enough to do it without killing himself. So how is Rogue gonna be strong enough to do it, taking a portion of his power?
I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Just because she can die, so that doesn't mean she didn't only take a portion of his power. Like,
And after Iceman head, blue tit, Bobby fucking poisons Cerebro.
he strokes out, and I love this scene because he literally spins. He spins it. He like slumps forward. Somehow it's still controlling his will. Xavier slumps forward. He's controlling his chair and just falls out. How did he fall forward? What did he hit? There was nothing in front of me. He just fell out of the fucking chair.
Yeah.
That's how fucked up he was.
And Jean Grey figures out, she's like, wait, it's not supposed to be green on the bottom. It's supposed to be blue.
Hey,
Let
guys.
me go find the right tank.
We already know this, guys. Green's bad. Blue's good. This is why we have the color system, you fucking idiots.
And I forgot how they figure out Statue of Liberty. Oh, that's why, because Jean Grey uses Cerebro now.
Yeah, but they don't
She
show.
finds out where Magneto is.
Yeah, they don't really show her using. They just show her like freak out. And she's like, oh, they're at the Statue of Liberty.
Because Cyclops, being the fucking handcuffing boyfriend that he is, he's like, no, don't do anything to make yourself more powerful. You might die. And we know you have your Phoenix period in your back pocket.
Well, he's like a true like.
He's a handcuffer.
He's truly that because he's like, I don't want you to be better than me. You can't have something better than me.
And she finally, she closes the doors. Like, dude, can you fucking get off my back for 2 seconds, you fucking asshole?
It's like, yeah, whatever. I got some bricks to sell anyway.
And then that's when we fucking see Toe just squash a police officer and Mystique doing Mystique shit. And she's like, hey, I'm going to plan this Scooby-Doo move real quick. Let's figure that out. And Magneto is talking about the Registration Act and all this bullshit about how he was a Jew. And Rogue's like, you going to kill me?
He's like,
yes.
yeah.
Actually, for your benefit.
And she's like, wait what?
Are you going to kill me?
Yes,
Why?
because there is no land of tolerance. There is no peace, not here, nor anywhere else. Women and children, whole families destroyed simply because they were born different from those in power. Well, after tonight, the world's powerful will be just like us. They will return home as brothers, as mutants. Our cause will be theirs. Your sacrifice will mean our survival.
He's like, no, well, it's like metaphoric, you fucking teenager.
And that's funny, too, because even Wolverine, who's funny to me, Wolverine always seems to call out Magneto. Wolverine's the one that's, after Magneto's going to reveal he's going to sacrifice her, Wolverine's like, oh, yeah, you little bitch. What makes you different from that pussy lip? Why don't you be the one to die? Huh?
Yeah.
Calls him out on it.
He
And
basically does.
and Magneto gives him that look. He's like, because I can float, bitch.
He's like, yo, check this pimp shit. He's like, damn.
Pimps
son.
never die, bruh.
He's like, damn, you got the metal on your shoes, too? No, he does that. So, like, the fucking Statue of Liberty scene, because this is what comes next. Well, first they fly.
Because there's the summit. And that's where Magneto's like, oh, turn everyone fucking into cum. It's better.
This is like...
You know?
Yeah, right?
And fucking Cyclops, he's like, my jet is faster than anyone's.
It's like
Probably as fast as a Camaro. And Wolverine's like, what?
Yeah. It's
Wait,
like, if they can catch me, they deserve to catch me.
What's this fucking silver thing? Kids play with this shit.
It's like, bro,
guys...
pretty sure this says Matchbox on the bottom of it. It's like, did you get this plane out of a cardboard box?
And so they go to the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
This is hilarious. This is comic booky.
Well,
They're
way
fighting
it starts,
at the Statue of Liberty.
Not just that, but the way it starts.
Oh, God.
The introduction to this is fucking Toad, like, falling onto somebody.
No, I already said that.
Oh, yeah, so...
That happened already.
Oh, that already happened?
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's all right.
So what then? This is... Oh, no, this is where he goes, I need some cover, and she makes, like, a light fog. And Magneto automatically knows it's fucking Storm. And he's just like, yo, the X-Men are here.
If anything, that gave it away.
Yeah. So, literally, he just looks at the fog. He's like, hey, the X-Men are here? I figured they'd come, but I didn't think they'd make themselves this noticeable.
And then they go into the museum, right, and the torch. And that's when we see the most Scooby-Doo scene I've ever seen in a movie of all time. And that's Mystique is the Statue of Liberty statue.
Inside the Statue of Liberty.
So inside the Statue of Liberty. A little statue inside the Statue of Liberty. Now, could she be the Statue of Liberty? That's my question.
No, because she's not
She can only be
tall.
somebody her body size.
Well, I mean, she could probably, within normal,
Okay.
size.
Either way, she was a fucking statue.
Yeah, and her
A
eyes
living
open up
statue.
and move.
That was the most retarded thing I've ever seen in my life. And it's weird because you see Jean in this. It's like, I'm wondering if Jean's powers aren't developed yet, or if she's just underutilized as a teammate because she gets her ass kicked and is like useless.
No, well, okay, it's not her fault she gets her ass kicked. She does not know that Toad can spit up splooge.
Because she, like, stops him. She's like, ew, what the hell? Like, why did you paint yourself green?
Yeah, because she goes...
And why are you gesturing around?
It's like, I've been saving this. I've been sucking dicks for 30 years so I could spit this at someone. And it, like, hardens on her face and almost kills her.
Yeah, the Toad splooge.
Toad splooge.
She couldn't breathe. And, yeah, and then he fucks up Storm and he fucking twirls around his cane like a Monopoly man. He's like, yeah. You guys like my boy band fucking rehearsal?
Yeah, so they fucking fight, and then who's fighting Logan is
Toad
Logan.
fucks them up, because he fucks up Cyclops instantly.
Well, yeah, because...
He's like, I'm going to dropkick the dude, because the other two girls are retards, and they have fucking just as strong of powers.
and like, in the middle of this, fucking Cyclops has to find a way to blow the cum off of fucking Jean Grey's face. He's like, I'll lick it off for you, baby. No, it saves her, I guess. I don't fucking know. This point, the movie is just, like, assaulting you with dumb shit.
Well, and let's cut back just a little bit. If you remember when they were going to go leave, because Xavier, he's like, oh, you guys need to go, blah, blah, or whatever. Or not Xavier. Xavier didn't say that when they find it out. Cyclops is telling Xavier, let's not take Wolverine. I don't trust that motherfucker. First thing that happens is he walks off by himself.
Yeah.
So that no one could see where he is, and then Mystique can come out and use that to her advantage and be Wolverine. And then it starts this whole Wolverine versus Wolverine fight.
Which is a cool scene, but he's
How many times are we going to see that in movies? Yeah. A Wolverine or Wolverine-like character fighting Wolverine.
It's the only because it's the only person you can have make sense fight Wolverine. In this case, not really because she doesn't have that power.
Even though she kicks his ass.
She does, but when she has the claws and they get cut off and it hurts her.
How good at acting was Hugh Jackman when he cut her claws?
Yeah, she was
he made her look like a girl.
Yeah,
that was kind of good.
But how fucking if she gets the claws cut off, what part of her body just got cut off?
Her nipples. That's all like the extra shit sprouts from her nipples.
Yeah, that's what I don't get. I mean, I guess that's a little nitpicky, but it might be a huge flaw. Like that's like losing fingers at this point. So can she
essentially to not like go like too fucking explanation in this, Wolverine fucking stabs her. Okay, she tries to walk up a storm and Wolverine fucking stabs her.
He's like, hey.
by Mystique, right?
She's like, we got separated from the party. He's like, you know what, bub? Funny thing is, your pussy doesn't smell like storms. He just claps her.
Oh, because Halle Berry looked fucking ridiculous in this movie. Bro.
Yeah, and her pussy smells like Skittles.
Speaking of her pussy, Toad fucks her up, and she comes up in the elevator all electrocuted out, right? And he's like, will you guys never die? And she fucking electrocutes the fuck out of him, and that comes the corniest line maybe in history. You know what happens to a toad from a strike of lightning? They don't get to eat my pussy with their tongue. And he flies off, and he's like, oh, I'm Toad. And
so now Magneto's 2 down.
Oh wait, hold on. I need to talk about that part. Hold on, I need to talk about this part because this just shows how real Cyclops is. When they go through the metal detector, it goes off. Wolverine claws it. Cyclops is looking at him like, "Ah, you jackass!" And Wolverine flips him off, and Cyclops is like, "Yeah, good one, brah."
Yeah, he's like, "That was funny, man."
And then the other time, we're like, after he stabs Mystique, they're all like, "Whoa, who are you, man?" He's like, "Dude, it's me, man." And Cyclops is like, "Prove it." He's like, "You're a fucking dickhead, brah."
He's like, "Yeah,
oh yeah, good one."
I'm a fucking terrible person.
That is Cyclops, you know. And more Cyclops. They're on the ship when they're going to the Statue of Liberty, and Wolverine's having his pothead moment. He's like, "I never flew or been in an airplane. I can't afford it. I hate flying, even though I know I won't die." And he tries to get his claws through the uniform. He's like, "Oh yeah, man. It's cool." And okay, first off, you said they dress like cowboy vampires.
Yeah.
The bad guys. Can the X-Men stop dressing like the people that hunt the cowboy vampires?
No, what the X-Men are dressing like are like astronauts without like their spacesuits on, with just this kicking it around the space shuttle.
They're killing cowboy vampires in space.
Yeah, that's it. And you know, I actually just fucking watched a show about that. I'm not fucking kidding you. There's a show coming out called Preacher, and as far as I can tell, it's about aliens, cowboys, and vampires.
That's crazy.
And a preacher. In modern-day Texas. So figure that one out.
So anyway, Cyclops is just a cool-ass dude. He's with the shit. He's just dope.
Yeah, because he is with the shit.
Somebody you could kick it with because he has
does
drugs,
all
too.
the
He gets a
work.
drug.
You're a dick.
Okay.
And who fucking saves the day at the end?
Cyclops. After his girlfriend keeps saying no, he's like, "All right, bitch, I'm tired of listening to you."
Yeah.
Calm down. So then Magneto, he fucks them all up and he sticks them all to the Statue of Liberty.
I like this part, and they're just like, "How do you know we just won't fucking electrocute you?" He's like, "You're in a giant copper ball. I thought you lived at a school, you fucking retards. What do you live at the special school? Jesus." It's like, it does say gifted youth. He's like, "No, it's special needs youth, okay?"
And that's when Wolverine's like, "You fucking coward."
He's like,
and then he has his pimp fly away. That was dope as fuck. And then he has this fucking that this is a movie about old men chasing a little girl. He has his fucking sexual experience with her.
He's like, "Don't worry, girl." He's like, "I got the oil right here." And
then we see Wolverine fight Sabretooth.
Well, first Wolverine is like, "How do I free myself?"
No, first Sabretooth goes up to Storm. He's like, "I didn't hear you scream yet, you little bitch."
And Storm's just
always wanted a black one.
He's like, Storm's just like, "Can you stop talking to me? I never said anything to you yet. I haven't said anything to you yet." Fucking.
I grow my nails out for every year that I'm a rapist.
He's like, deep down inside, I just want to transition already. He's like, "Why do you think I have long hair and long fingernails?"
So, essentially, Magneto transferred his orgasm into Rogue.
Yeah, it was a shared orgasm. A psychic shared orgasm. And fucking Wolverine frees himself by stabbing himself.
Yeah.
My only question about this is, like, how did his... Okay, can he cut his own adamantium?
That's a good question.
Because if so,
But maybe, remember, it's just his bones that are adamantium, not the muscle and tissue.
No, I get that, but if you look where he stabbed himself, it's like right around his shoulder blades.
So you're saying it should have fucked him up, like, big time.
Yeah, because he just put his own claws through his shoulder blade.
That's
So
true.
what I'm thinking
Good
is,
point.
if it's his own adamantium against adamantium, then it's not strong enough to go through itself, right?
Yeah.
So the claws should have gotten stuck and then been ineffective.
Yeah, but, you know,
It's
don't
the
fucking,
X-Men.
don't nitpick too much. And he fights Sabretooth, and Sabretooth, you know, being as rapey as he is, he still had Wolverine's fucking dog tats.
Yeah.
Weird.
And Wolverine.
And Wolverine's like, dude, that's mine. Can you stop being a fucking weirdo and can we just fight? And let me go do this gay fucking CGI scene real quick, which actually wasn't that bad the second time I watch it.
Yeah, because
The
I
CGI
caught
in
what
this
they
movie is
did.
solid.
I caught what they did with that little fucking
Yeah.
Spider-Man flip there, because right as they need to transition into it back being real, they have a spike float in front
Yeah.
of the screen.
That's one thing I'll give Singer is he's good with angles, and I think
Yeah,
you
getting
know that's
into
a double
some good
entendre.
angles.
That's a double entendre for his life. But
He's like, my dick curves up for a reason.
and so Wolverine makes a sacrifice play, and fucking Jean and Storm like morph their powers together and float him up to Magneto somehow. Like
I don't know. That
in his
didn't-
jellyfish SpongeBob bubble. And
Magneto's weak, but he is not that weak apparently, because
Yeah.
he can still control fucking.
I still don't get. I still don't get how he knew he was gonna transfer powers to her. That still is a giant plot device to me. How did Magneto know that before Xavier knew that? Before anyone knew that? Because he was after Rogue.
That's a very good question.
But you know, so Wolverine, you know, essentially they win. Because Cyclops is like, I got the shot. I could shoot him. I could shoot that Spanish
For some
priest."
reason, Jean's like, no, don't do it. And he's like, shut up.
Yeah, like why?
And then he shoots him, and it's over. Like, they win, and he just looks at her like,
All right,
bitch.
bitch.
Remember who makes the money in this relationship. It's like, I've been stacking for my whole life.
And then all of a sudden now Wolverine touching her makes him split his fucking wiener head open, right? And he gets scars and shit and bleeds.
Oh,
apparently.
yeah.
And I think, you know, and
That's how
gets
she gets her
saved
white,
and-
her classic white streaks. That's how she
yeah,
gets
God. Because Magneto came in her.
it. Yeah, he came literally. And
In her.
That's how
In her DNA.
Quicksilver
He
is
put his
born.
cum in her DNA. You know, and Xavier gets out of his coma. Wolverine's saved. And that's when we see this weird-ass Wolverine Jean Grey scene. Where it's like, why couldn't... It was actually cool keeping it as Wolverine being the creepy side dude.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, man, can I just hit it?
Yeah, and her just denying him, but now
Now all of
she's
a
sort
sudden
of
he's
like,
I'm going to kiss your hand and like, somebody else has my heart. I can't fuck 16-year-olds anymore.
yeah, and then to Jean Grey, he's like, she seems like she's into it at
Yeah.
this point, and it's just like, what happened in this
Yeah.
movie at this point?
I don't know.
I don't know, because then I do like that he's about to leave the school because he gave him the directions to Alcohol Lake, and his eyes like lit up.
He's like, free beer.
He's like, don't come there within the next week because the lake will be gone. And he just steals the bike again.
Yeah, because he's a homeless man.
Yeah,
he's like, I need somewhere to go.
He's like,
I'm
even
not
though
putting gas in this either for 2 movies.
He's like, I saw 14 Lamborghinis in that garage, but I guess I'll take the shitty motorcycle.
Which is Scott's.
Yeah. I
Um,
assume they're all Scott's cars because Professor X can't drive.
yeah. And so all in all, and that's the end. It ends with Wolverine being homeless.
No.
Oh.
It ends with Charles and fucking Eric playing a game of chess.
Oh, that's right.
He's like, what happens when they
Wait,
come...
with Xavier's dope-ass glass wheelchair.
Yeah, the glass wheelchair is dope. Plastic, I guess.
Yeah.
Or whatever the fuck it was. But he's like, don't you worry about people coming to your school and fucking raping your kids? He's like, I lie awake at night worrying for the guy who tries to rape my kids. Because I'll kill him. Those are mine.
I feel a great swell of pity for the poor soul who comes to that school looking for trouble.
Because secretly my kids are weapons of mass destruction. And I have a 3rd-level fucking army base.
He's
with
like,
a
I'm like...
fucking camouflage jet, motherfucker. What do you think?
He's like, bitch, and that's when he starts standing up and like getting heated in the middle of his shit. He's like, bitch, what the fuck you think I kill for my hoes?
And what's weird is like, Xavier's so rich and shit, but he can't give some dough to Magneto.
Why would he need to? Why would he want to?
I don't know. But all in all, the movie fucking sucked, and it
was
was boring
fucking
and mediocre
terrible.
and monotone. It was it wasn't even an MTV special. It was an MTV Jams special.
Would I recommend someone
Like,
watch
when they're
it?
not playing Travis Scott, and when MTV Jams isn't playing fucking Travis Scott and fucking G-Eazy's new remix,
Oh god, or fucking
they're
Gucci
gonna
Mane.
play X-Men.
Sober Gucci Mane, who I don't even think is sober. It's Gucci Mane, bro.
Gucci Mane's a mutant.
Yeah, he looks like he's a Ninja Turtle, bro. He has the
is a
head
mutant.
shaped like an.
It is a mutant.
Technically, yes,
So wait.
But it's not a
wait,
Fox
wait,
show.
wait.
Can the Ninja Turtles
if Fox
fight with the
owns
X-Men?
Mutant, how do the fuck does Ninja Turtles get away with that shit? Are they?
They don't
Oh, they are
call them
Fox,
mutants.
dude. No, they're owned by Fox. You retard. They are owned by Fox. I'm like certain about it. That's why they hire these other companies to like.
Yeah, but at the same time too, they could get away with it because before Fox acquired that for the movies, they had been called the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, that's true. I'll give you that. Sabretooth's a rapist and a reject WWE wrestler.
Yeah. Storm has a fake accent, which she drops eventually because she's not...
Magneto has atomic comes.
Oh yeah, and then he passes that on to Rogue, who has atomic comes so much that her hair turns white.
So let's go over our fucking very small list right now for the viewers.
Number 9.
I have number 9, X-Men Apocalypto.
Aye.
With a 1.7. That movie was just, God, it gave me blue balls all around.
Yeah.
And this movie, X-Men, with a 4.1. And so far, I feel like this shit is more disappointed. I'm more disappointed in these movies than I am as a son.
I have fucking at number 9, same thing, fucking Apocalypse. And it was like, dude, no more Apocalypse, no more X-Men, no more bullshit. And then at number 8... At number 8, I have fucking X1, which is this. X1. Yeah. Fucking X1 Xfinity.
Yeah.
No.
Suburbia problems.
X-Men, the first X-Men. It fucking sucks.
You can watch 8 Miles Life without the battle raps and you'll get the same thing.
Well, I mean in the sense that he had a dumb nickname and he lived with trailer trash.
So yeah, check out our fucking previous episodes. This X-Men isn't the only series we're doing. We're actually gonna do Fast and Furious after this whole X-Men series. We've done Star Wars, Marvel, and Harry Potter so far. So check all that out. Just download and fucking subscribe them all, especially on iTunes. Especially on iTunes. Fuck SoundCloud and Stitcher. If you are douchebags and don't have Apple, fuck around there. You can leave us a comment there as well.
And we got a fuckload of new release movies coming out here soon.
Yeah.
There's 2, 3
yes,
fucking
we
Marvel
will be giving
movies.
you a lot of material this summer because we're going balls out. And if we don't hit the mark that we want, and we'll never tell anybody that mark or what our numbers are, because Tim's gonna kill himself.
Yeah, and I'm taking everyone with me.
And follow us on fucking Twitter. Look it up. Our fucking schedule is released.
Yeah.
The schedule list is out, and we actually stuck to it.
This time at least.
So fucking please appreciate that.
Well, one movie stuck to it. We got 8 more to go. We'll see where we're at.
And that's my...